If everyone could take their seats, please. There we go. Thank you, everybody. We're about to get started. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the honorees, the supervisors, and invited guests to Princeton University's 28th Annual Service Recognition Luncheon. I am Leanne Sullivan Crowley, and I am happy to host this special event. Today, there are 480 employees celebrating service milestones. In addition, 5 individuals will receive the President's Achievement Award, and 2 will receive the Griffin Management Award. This year, we have 1 employee with 50 years of service, 5 with 45 years, and 15 with 40 years. As Princeton staff members, your roles are vital to supporting the university's teaching and research mission. You comprise an extremely hardworking, talented, and diverse group of employees who deserve to be recognized today for your many years of service and for your individual contributions that help to make this institution as great as it is. We appreciate your long-standing engagement and want to acknowledge and thank you for your ongoing support of and commitment to our students, faculty, staff, and alumni to enable Princeton University to thrive. On behalf of the university and the Office of Human Resources, I want to thank and congratulate all service recognition honorees and award recipients. Please give yourselves a big round of applause. If you could also join me now in acknowledging the creative menu provided by Chef Jerry Luz and the catering team in campus dining. I also want to congratulate the catering team on receiving the University Services Team Foundation Award yesterday to recognize their exceptional performance, outstanding achievements, and teamwork that have made a positive impact on their customers' Princeton experience. Chef Jerry, in collaboration with HR staff members, which means we got to taste everything, developed a special, healthy, and tasty menu for today. It's described in detail on page 3 of your program. Enjoy your lunch. We will resume at 12:20. Hello, everybody. It's me again. Welcome back. I do hope that you enjoyed your lunch. Thank you again to Chef Jerry and to the campus dining team. For today's event, we produced 2 videos that feature some of our employees. In the first one, we are celebrating service at Princeton with 7 honorees who have shared their perspectives about working here. I hope you enjoy it.
My name is Donald Juarez, and I've been employed with Princeton University 10 years now. A few years back, we had to waterproof the east side wall of Morrison Hall. We have to dig the whole side of the building. The ivy that's there is pretty old, so we needed to save it. We came up with an idea to hold the root system of every plant, and we covered them with burlap. One of our co-workers kept watering the root system. They waterproofed the whole wall, and then we replanted the ivy. The greatest thing about it was none of those plants died. Every time we plant a tree in campus, we've had students and members of faculty coming over to us asking what kind of tree it is. Once you start just telling that little bit, you find yourself telling the whole thing about the tree and sharing knowledge. And the students will share the knowledge that they have to you, and you learn. I love what I do. I do the best I can because I get the best from the university.
My name is Shelley Janice, and I've worked in this department for 20 years. I really like the people that I work with. The students are a very important part. They're the ones that will bring ideas into the office. Our job is to make it happen. If you've ever seen class day, it's just stunningly beautiful. Working up to it, it'll be like laughs and whatever it is. But the actual day of the event, it's like it's all business. It starts at like 6 a.m. when you make the rain call. Tom's like, on Cannon Green, like, is it going to rain? So in 2015, class officers that year wanted to surprise me and induct me into the class. Christopher Nolan was going to be the class day speaker, and he wanted his wife to come. So my responsibilities for that day were to be with her. And as I was sitting there, she said, "Your name's in this program," and I'm like, no, it's not. Then they announced my name, and I went up on the stage, and all my colleagues were like standing up in the back of it, and it was very meaningful. It means that the work that I'm doing is making an impact. It's an honor, it really is.
I'm Darryl Wasco, and I've been with the university for 25 years. My time at Princeton has corresponded with the growth in the arts. We've grown the department professionally so that we have a scene shop and a costume shop and stage operations and stage management. A student either creates a script or brings a script to you that you may not have read. That's a window into a world that maybe you don't know about, and you have to learn about that world. We had a student a few years ago that wanted to fly actors, and that's not normally what we do, but I've worked very hard over the years to not start with no, you start with how can we work on that? We're a program, so all of our students are majoring in other areas. What's remarkable is for a small theater or dance program that you wouldn't normally think undergraduates are actually creating work. And the biggest thing that brings me pride is when we put new work on stage. We support a premiere of a play, we support the premiere of a musical, that we're actually doing interesting artistic work that's the student's creation.
I am Brandon Gaines, and I am celebrating my 10th year at Princeton. My background and education is in music and voice performance, so I am a performer at heart and try to use some of that creative experience in what I do here at Princeton. The pinnacle of being able to blend my love for music and my love for Princeton was last fall. A Princeton University composition professor had written an opera, and I was able to participate in that with Princeton students, and it was a wonderful opportunity. It really was able to bring me to the core mission of the university, from the colleagues to the faculty that we're able to support, to the students that create the energy and vibe for knowledge and quest for thinking beyond, create just a wonderful impact at Princeton. And so when I'm able to come to work every day, there's an energy that is there that I know that I want to be a part of.
I'm Kim Jackson. I've been here at Princeton for 10 years. Working at Princeton alone gives, I think, all of us a sense of pride. For me, it's knowing that I am enabling people to get to where they need to go. People think I have a thankless job. I get many thank yous. We get many letters of staff who have gone above and beyond, and I think that's what makes this work so rewarding. We received a letter from prospective parents about one of the Tiger Transit drivers who had come, and they had parked in lot 23, which is our visitor lot, and she engaged them the whole time they rode up campus. She had a large impact on how they felt the Princeton community would treat their daughter. It was wonderful to hear that from those parents. Princeton is a collaborative community, and I think the relationships that I have here, the warmth that I get from people, is what really keeps me grounded and keeps me wanting to come to work every day. And to me, that's what it's all about.
My name is Joe Donegan, and I've been here for 30 years.
My name is Nancy Donegan, and I've been here for 30 years. The funny part is, we actually met both working at the New Jersey State Lottery. The lottery sent me for training for the computer system that they were using. And it turned out Princeton Athletic Department had the same system. Long story short, I started working as the football office manager / systems administrator. That was my very first title. I've never wanted to look for a different job since. I felt like I was at home in this gym.
At the time, I was finishing up my last semester to get my degree, and we were engaged to be married. Back then in 1988, Princeton weekly newspaper would publish the jobs, and Nancy happened to be looking at it a couple months into her employment. She's like, you should apply. I applied, I accepted the job, and I was so happy because we were getting married 6 months later. We were both at Princeton University, excellent place to work. Here I am 30 years later, you know, between the people that I work with, the team I'm on, the finance and treasury office. Why would anyone want to leave?
I think he just felt like he needed to work at Princeton when I went to Princeton. It was just the thing to do, right?
Being around her for 30 years at the university and going to athletic events, you know, all the coaches from all the teams and other administrators, and establish relationships with them after spending some time. I mean, obviously, Nancy's husband, I became a familiar face over there in athletics.
And I was very lucky to have a job for 30 years and still be part of my kids growing up. They always bragged about, probably me, because it was fun for, like, bring your kids to work day. For my kids, they couldn't wait for that day. Coming to Jadwin Gym and any sporting event they could get their hands on, they would, and they enjoyed that.
I feel very, very honored to be an employee here, and I'm really hopeful that I'm an employee here for years to come.
I too, I feel very, very thankful to be here for as long as I have and work here with amazing people every day. I'm very lucky, very lucky.
Join me in thanking Dan Kiu, Casey West, and Dan Kearns from video production. Each year, these videos get better. I want to thank them for their outstanding work, their creativity, and their technical expertise. A special thanks to Eva Menendez from Human Resources for her creative, and she has her own support section as well. That was the Office of Human Resources clapping. And for her creative and logistical direction as the producer and editor, and to Claire Jacobs-Elson and Jackie Wallet for concept development. Within the next few days, the video will be available on the HR website and on our YouTube channel, Working at Princeton. Today, we celebrate and express appreciation to the 480 employees who celebrated employment anniversaries in 2018. You can find each honoree's name in the program provided at your seat. This is the portion of the program when we invite our longest service honorees to come to the stage to be recognized and to have their photo taken with President Eisgruber. Please welcome the President as he joins me on stage. Our 50-year honoree is Miyoshio Okibayashi. He is a principal research physicist at the Princeton Plasma Physics Lab and unfortunately is not able to be here today. Would all 45-year honorees begin to make your way to the stage? I think I'm pointing in the right direction. Please line up by the stairs to the left of the stage. There will be HR members there to assist you. Would those of you who are celebrating 40 and 35 years of service also begin to line up behind the 45-year honorees near the stairs to the left of the stage? While they do that, let me tell you a little bit about these individuals. We currently have 46 honorees who span 35 to 50 years of service. They work in 24 different departments and represent the very diverse mix of academic and administrative positions available at Princeton. Combined, they have more than 1,700 years of total service. Holy moly. That's a technical term. As I call your name, please come up the stairs for a handshake and a photo with President Eisgruber. Then please exit the stage on the opposite side and return to your seats. 2 of our 45-year honorees, Samuel Cohen, who works at PPPL, and Mohinder Mullah, who works at the Department of Public Safety, are unable to be here today. So let's begin. Charles Polkius. Charles was hired by Princeton Plasma Physics Laboratory and currently works as an electrician in facilities. Veronica Porter. Veronica is a cook in campus dining at the Frist Campus Center. Gail Smith is unable to be here today. She is the Senior Bibliographic Specialist at the University Library. Now please welcome, I'm sorry? Good. The next person's here. Please welcome our group of 40-year employees. Bruce Berlinger, who works at PPPL as a technician. Thanks. Gary Coombs. Gary is the Associate Director of Investment Services in the Office of Finance and Treasury. Robin Freeman. Robin Freeman is da bomb. She is also a short order cook in the campus dining at the Frist Campus Center. Leonard Halverson. Leonard works at PPPL and is unable to be with us today. Sandra Hambrick. Sandra is a Senior Bibliographic Specialist 2 in the University Library. David Alikowitz is the Supervisor in Forrestal Special Facilities Maintenance and is unable to be here today. Marie Isaiah. Marie is the head of the Budget Office in PPPL's Business Operations. Daniel Kuntz. Daniel is the Senior Bibliographic Specialist 2 in the university's Library Information Technology area. Bettina Lopez. Bettina works in the Office of Undergraduate Financial Aid as a Data Management Support 3. Masayoki Ono. Masayoki is the Principal Research Physicist in PPPL's Tomacat experiment. John Prevost. John currently works as a Senior Scholar in the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering and is unable to be with us today. Frederick Simmons, Jr. Frederick is a lead welding technician in PPPL's Engineering and Technical Infrastructure. Jeffrey Stives works in Building Services as a sanitation supervisor and is unable to be with us. Valeria Sykes. Valeria works in campus dining as a residential food service worker. And Michael Zarochin. Michael is an HVAC mechanic in the facility's HVAC shop. Congratulations to all 40-year honorees, and thank you for your dedicated service. Now please welcome our group of 35-year employees. They are Peter Bogucki. Peter works, Chris is telling me I said that wrong. Peter works in the School of Engineering and Applied Science as the Associate Dean for Undergraduate Affairs. Terry Bird. Terry Bird is a Data Management Support 2 in Alumni and Donor Records. Susan Cerny is an Administrative Assistant in Development and is unable to be here today, unless that's her, and then she's here. Rick Curtis. Rick is the Director of Outdoor Action. Maria DeFalco Orofino. Maria is a Department Office Support 3 in the university's Library, Finance, and Administration. Fur Miller Ford is a security officer and is unable to be here today, unless he's right there. Dimitri Kondikis is also unable to be here today and works in the Center for Hellenic Studies. Diane Griffiths. Diane is the lead information specialist for organizational effectiveness in the Office of Information Technology. Robert Haynes is not here, but he works in the Office of Information Technology. Marilyn Hansen works in the Department of Art and Archaeology, whereas she is a Department Management Support 2. Well known to almost everybody on campus, Duncan Harrison works as the Associate Director for Support Services in the Department of Public Safety and has told me that he wants a banner for himself next year. Chris said it's okay. Karen Henderson is a locksmith in facilities and is here. Is here. John Kish works in building services where he's a custodian and is unable to be here. Joyce Lopa is here but has a sprained foot and is unable to walk across the stage. She works in the Office of Population Research. Cheryl Morris. Cheryl works in the University of Alumni Advancement and Donor Records as a Data Management 3. Michael Morris. Michael is the Research Facilities Manager in the Department of Geosciences. Robin Moscato is the Director of Undergraduate Financial Aid and is unable to be here. Paul Perrone is the Assistant Shop Supervisor in the Facilities Paint Shop. Antoinette Pereira. Antoinette works in Alumni and Donor Records and Advancement as a Data Management 3. Most of you were hired by Patricia Perkokis, who works in the Office of Human Resources as the Manager of Talent Acquisition. Barbara Rice is a short order cook in campus dining. Maureen Shupsky works in the Department of Mathematics as the Managing Editor in the publication Mathematics. Chizuki Walter. Chiz is a Property Officer and Systems Manager in the Office of Project Administration. And Rich Wilder. Rich works in building services, whereas he is Senior Storage Facilities Operator. Good job, Rich. Very much. Congratulations to everyone. Thank you for your many contributions and your dedicated years of service. Thank you. Now nobody will be able to tell if you're here if you don't stand up. Here we go. Now on to our group of 30-year employees. When I call your name, please stand at your table and remain standing until the entire group is introduced. I'll ask everyone to withhold your applause until all honorees are standing. Susan Albert, Princeton University Library. Sandra Arrington, Princeton University Library. Mary Bum, University Advancement. Carolina Cirillo, Princeton University Library. Angela Chan, Department of Molecular Biology. Wolfgang Donspek-Gruber, Woodrow Wilson School. Joseph DeLucia, Office of Information Technology. Joseph Donegan, who won the lottery. Nancy Donegan, who won the lottery. Gary Drozd, Department of Psychology. Lisa Dunkley, University Advancement. Colleen Fallon, Office for Information Technology. Yvonne Frazier, Office for Information Technology. Henry Gingrich, Department of Chemistry. Brian Glendon, Facilities. Eloy Gooden, Facilities. Georgia Gwen, Princeton Neuroscience Institute. Eric Hamlin, University Services. Philip Imordino, Office for Information Technology. Karen Jazerny, Office of Public Affairs. Levesque Josil, Facilities. Margaret Julring, Office of the Registrar. Donna Lawrence, Office for Information Technology. Barbara Levy, the Council of Humanities. Denise Lazone, University Advancement. John McGrath, Facilities. Kevin Mensch, English Department. Gregory Mazzaros, Office for Information Technology. Joseph Mahalik, Facilities. Deborah Prentice, Provost. Catherine Medley, Facilities Operation. Terry Riendo, Undergraduate Admission. Miri Swirlo, University Library. Christopher Tenji, Office for Information Technology. Barbara Varga, Department of Computer Science. Timothy Wallace, Facilities. Dylan Zhu, Department of Mathematical and Aerospace Engineering. Congratulations to all of you, and thank you for your contributions. Next, we recognize our 10 through 25-year honorees. Will our 25-year honorees, whom we hired in 1993, please stand at your table to be recognized as a group? 25-year honorees, we know you're out there. There we go. Thank you. Thank you for your commitment to Princeton. You can be seated. Next, let's meet our 20-year honorees who came to Princeton in 1998. Please stand together as a group to be recognized. 20-year honorees. Thank you. Thank you for your dedication and commitment to Princeton. In 2003, we hired our current group of 15-year honorees. Please stand to be recognized as a group. 15-year honorees. Thank you. Thank you for your dedication and commitment. And now we have our final group, our 10-year honorees, whom we hired in 2008. Please stand as a group to be recognized. Thank you. Let's have one more round of applause for the entire group of people with their awards today. It is now my pleasure to introduce this year's recipients of the Donald Griffin 23 Management Award. To assist me, I invite Mo Conley, who oversees the Griffin Award program, to join me on stage. Mo is HR's Director of Learning and Development. The Griffin Management Award was established by the family of alumnus and administrator Donald Griffin, class of 1923. The program recognizes administrative employees with a $2,500 grant to participate in an educational or professional conference that can result in new insights, perspectives, renewed motivations, or enhance skills that can be applied to their current responsibilities. Each year, our selection committee reviews the nominations and selects 2 deserving employees. Our first recipient this year is Femke de Ruiter. Femke, could you join us on stage, please? Femke has been employed at Princeton as the program manager in the University Center for Human Values since 2013, when she was promoted from a position in the Woodrow Wilson School. In her nomination, Melissa Lane, the assistant director of the center, noted how Femke exemplifies leadership traits and the strong potential for leadership growth in how she learns and applies a new skill, affects others by motivating them, and looks for opportunities to foster collaboration by promoting cooperative goals. Melissa described Femke's effectiveness in managing complex and high-profile events for the center, often working closely with faculty and senior administrators, both at Princeton and other universities. She explained how Femke often makes suggestions, implements creative approaches, engages others in activities that are outside the general scope of Femke's job responsibilities. By receiving the Griffin Award, Femke will be able to attend Cornell University's 4-day program at the School for Continuing Education and Summer Sessions Administrative Management Institute to enrich her professional development. She expects to build upon her core skills, acquire new competencies, be exposed to other important areas of higher academic administration, network with and learn from various university administrators, and practice communication skills through role-playing. Some of the courses that Femke will take include creating a culture of innovation and creativity, sponsored programs compliance, what you should know, and people, difficult or different. You be the judge. That's not part of the title. Please join me in congratulating Femke. Our second Griffin Award recipient is Dominic Nick Vogue. Dominic, please come up on stage. The McGraw Center for Teaching and Learning first hired Nick in 2009 as Associate Director. Currently, Nick is the Senior Associate Director for Learning Programs. In her nomination, Director Rebecca Graves Bayasitoglu described the widespread and profound impact that Nick has had on student learning. She noted how, under his guidance, course-specific academic support has been normalized to eliminate any stigma or marginalization that students previously felt in seeking out group or individual tutoring. Through Nick's innovation, he developed a learning consultation program that trains students to guide their peers through a holistic assessment of their academic and personal well-being and devise strategies to improve both. Nick's influence doesn't end with the center. His leadership in this area extends to training colleagues from a broad range of departments. He also has influenced a national conversation around tutoring and the academic support as a key member of the steering committee of the Resilience Consortium and as an organizer and presenter at a symposium held last year. Through the Griffin Award, Nick will participate in the Whole Being Institute, where he expects to expand his managerial and consultation skill set learned through performance coaching methodology that constitutes a unique approach to management and supervision. Nick plans to attend positive psychology sessions on coaching fundamentals, coaching skill building intensive, and coaching mentorship. Please join me in congratulating Nick for being selected for this award. Thank you. Now it is time for the presentation of the President's Achievement Awards, but before President Eisgruber joins me on the stage, we will play our second video that features the managers who nominated the Achievement Award recipients.
Nancy, thank you for being such a wonderful colleague and friend for all these years. There are a lot of library patrons who will never know how much you've helped them from behind the scenes. We all appreciate your hard work, awesome intelligence, and quiet sense of humor. If you're not famous yet as the library's serials powerhouse, when your gorgeous photographs of birds are hanging in the art museum, the world will know what an accomplished person you are. Congratulations.
Angela inspires me. She takes time to mentor others. She creates a community for professional development. She takes time to give guidance and advice. Angela takes the time and effort required to engage with her colleagues in this way. And at every moment and in every interaction, she expresses a generosity of spirit that's truly contagious. She really exemplifies the university citizen that's motivated by supporting others, by celebrating the success of her colleagues, and by collaborating without ego to advance Princeton's mission.
Angela, every day you demonstrate your authentic investment in the success of others. You generously provide guidance and advice to colleagues across the campus, sharing institutional expertise, strategic problem-solving skills, and empathy. Indeed, you model and inspire others to engage in continuous improvement and professional development. People from across the university are continually seeking your wisdom, and I am certainly one of them. Thank you and congratulations.
Ted, my sincere congratulations to you for being recognized as a President's Achievement Award recipient. Your contributions to our university, spanning an amazing 48 years, are outstanding and indelible. I am honored to thank and congratulate you. Bravo.
Gail, you give your heart and soul to the math department. Your enthusiasm and competence inspire. You set the standard, the Gail standard. Congratulations on the President's Achievement Award.
Marna, your exceptional dedication to the quality of the concerts you curate, your outstanding contribution to the Princeton's arts community, and the many ways you have embraced music as a platform for civic service make you one of the most extraordinary individuals on campus. I look forward to many more musical adventures with you in the years to come. Congratulations.
I want to thank all of the individuals for participating in the video, and most importantly, for nominating these 5 truly outstanding employees. I would also like to acknowledge Dan Kearns and Jackie Wallet for their excellent technical and creative direction to produce it. And now, please again welcome President Eisgruber, who will present the awards.
Thank you, Leanne. I am so pleased to be with you all today and to have the chance to thank you in person for your outstanding service to Princeton. Each of you here today brings a special combination of talent, skills, and experience to our collective enterprise at the university. Whether you design and maintain advanced equipment, plan and execute complex events, keep academic and administrative departments running smoothly, or take care of students, you are part of Princeton's broad mission to advance knowledge, educate future leaders, and have a positive impact on the wider community. Together, the 480 employees being honored here today have devoted over 8,500 years of service to this university. Wow. This remarkable dedication is inspiring, and I am grateful to all of you for your contributions to our university. I also want to take a moment to thank Claire Elson and Jackie Wallet and the entire team from HR and others who worked together to bring this banquet to us and make it possible. Please join me in a round of applause for them. They do terrific work and are not afraid to embrace radical change, such as moving the platform from that end of Jadwin to this end of Jadwin. I am honored now to present this year's President's Achievement Award, which was established in 1997 to recognize outstanding members of Princeton's staff. I know that I speak for the selection committee when I say that these honorees, as you've seen already, are a special group. They are people who routinely go above and beyond in their commitment to excellence and desire to serve others. I am delighted to introduce them to you now. I would like to invite our first award winner, Nancy Burns, to join me on stage. There's Nancy. Nancy is a senior bibliographic specialist who has served the Princeton University Library with distinction for 37 years. In this role, she works tirelessly to improve the experience of accessing the library's vast resources. For example, much of Nancy's day-to-day work involves troubleshooting access to electronic journals. She receives reports, meticulously follows up with each user, and provides clear instructions every step of the way. Her extraordinary attention to detail and creative problem solving make a profound difference in the user experience. Peter Green, cataloging and metadata technology specialist, says that Nancy's deep institutional knowledge, brilliant analytical skills, and reliable efficiency are truly unmatched, and her quiet and understated demeanor make her a pleasure to work with and an example to uphold. Nancy is also involved in an effort to better represent electronic journal titles in the library's catalog. Nancy has provided invaluable feedback and detailed documentation to Mark Zaleski, the primary developer of this new system. He says that Nancy is a tireless worker with a keen eye for detail, qualities that have made her the go-to person for analyzing data. Amidst a rapidly evolving digital age, Nancy ensures that the library's curation of printed serials and periodicals keeps pace as well. According to engineering librarian Willow Dressel, it is not just that Nancy helps keep all these constantly changing things in order, but that she is prompt, fastidious, and pleasant while she does it. Nancy, through your generosity, attention to detail, and extraordinary commitment, you have made a tremendous contribution to this university's mission. I am pleased to recognize your outstanding service with this award. I now invite Angela Francis to join me on stage. Angela is the executive assistant to Executive Vice President Trebby Williams, and she works closely with all divisions that report to the Office of the EVP. Angela exhibits dedication and foresight each day, consistently arriving early in order to spot and preemptively solve potential challenges before they arise. In the words of Jen Neal, Executive Assistant to Vice President Rochelle Calhoun, Angela is 5 steps ahead of the needs of her fast-paced, ever-changing office. Angela also manages EVP Williams' calendar. She seamlessly collaborates with partners across campus in order to facilitate the Executive Vice President's involvement in key projects such as the 2026 Campus Plan. According to Abby Levine, Executive Assistant to Vice President Chad Klaus, Angela, to me, exemplifies what it means to be a good university citizen. She manages administrative projects of the Executive Vice President's office with a refreshing, calm, balanced flair, and has a similar impact with all the units that roll up under the EVP portfolio. Each of her recommenders emphasize that Angela goes above and beyond the call of duty. For example, she organizes informal gatherings of the cabinet members' executive assistants throughout the year. Jean He Kayak, executive assistant to Leanne Sullivan Crowley, says she motivates her colleagues to trust themselves, to work with purpose, to be kind, to strive for excellence, and to enjoy the journey. I value the relationship that she's helped create among the EA's group. She's the glue that keeps us all together. Angela, your exceptional dedication and warmth of spirit make a profound difference to the leadership of this university. Thank you for all you do, and congratulations. Ted Lewis, please join me on stage. As supervisor of the paint shop, Ted manages a staff that is responsible for painting, refinishing hardwood floors, preparing signage on a variety of departments, and completing special projects such as the tiger murals in Dillon Gym. According to James Simpson, Assistant Director of Building Trades, Ted's strength of character, strong work ethic, and integrity have earned him the respect of his peers and staff. The paint shop has excelled under Ted's management. For example, Ted has implemented innovative work schedules that allow his staff to access administrative areas during off hours and weekends to prevent disruption to departments. He has also coordinated special training in faux finishes, which benefits the university through substantial cost savings. And he is an advocate for workplace safety, organizing trainings to develop key skills and obtaining specialized equipment to exceed acceptable safety standards. In addition, as you heard in the video, the paint shop undertakes the monumental task of painting dormitories on an annual basis. This involves painting over 3,200 undergraduate dormitory rooms, all of which need it by the end of the year, and over 700 graduate rooms and apartments. Ted orchestrates this complex process beautifully each year. Steve Verotzko Jr., project manager in the Office of Capital Projects, sums it up nicely. Ted's commitment to the facilities organization is a testament to his character. He truly demonstrates good judgment and integrity each and every day, not only within facilities, but to the university as a whole. Ted, thank you for your exemplary service to the Princeton community. It's a pleasure to congratulate you on receiving this award. Gail Sandor, please join me on stage. Gail has served as the events specialist in the Department of Mathematics since 2007. In this capacity, she supports a wide variety of events, from receptions to dinners and conferences, drawing hundreds of attendees. Gail is known for her extraordinary attention to detail. Mathematical Department Manager Kathleen Applegate says, "I am honored and humbled to have the opportunity to work with Gail. The highest compliment that I can give is that something was acceptable by Gail's standards. That goes one level above the gold standard to the Gail standard. To achieve this level of precision, Gail regularly searches for new suppliers and vendors to provide the best quality and price. Then she goes a step further by generously sharing this detailed knowledge with her colleagues. Mathematics Department Chair Dave Gabai says, "Behind the scenes, working totally selflessly, she has a tremendous impact. That her work for the math department is a labor of love is evident to all who know her. This level of care extends to the smallest details. For example, Professor Charles Pfefferman recalls that he once mentioned his favorite type of tea in a casual conversation with Gail. He has found a regular supply of that tea in his mailbox ever since." Gail's former supervisor in the Department of Public Safety, Donald Reichling, says it best. "Gail was one of the most thorough employees I have ever seen. I believe she embodies all that is great at Princeton." Gail, I agree, and I am delighted to celebrate your contributions to this campus. Thank you and congratulations. Marna Seltzer, please join me on stage. In the past 9 years, Marna has established Princeton University Concerts as one of the most respected chamber music presenters in the country. Musical America Worldwide, journal title, recognized this hard work and creativity when it named her among the top 30 professionals of 2017, one of the most prestigious awards in the field of arts management. According to Melissa Lane, class of 1943 professor of politics and director of the university's Center for Human Values, Marna is dynamite. She's a visionary leader who is always innovating and exploring new ways to engage the campus community in the joys of music. Music Department Chair Wendy Heller agrees, saying, "My colleagues and I have developed enormous respect for Marna's artistic judgment, her deep knowledge of the repertoire that allows her to program concerts so ingeniously, and her keen understanding of how to satisfy and challenge Princeton audiences." This year, Marna secured the renowned conductor Gustavo Dudamel as the 2018-19 Artist in Residence. This remarkable feat enables our campus to learn from one of the world's greatest living artists. Marna has extended the impact of his residency further by engaging music students and public school teachers in Trenton. Department of Music senior Lu Chen, class of 19, who works with many of these students, affirms that this initiative has opened students' eyes to the possibilities inherent in musical performance and collaboration and enabled them to pursue these possibilities with newfound confidence and resolve. In the words of Stan Katz, the director of the Princeton University Center for Arts and Cultural Policy Studies, Marna is a phenomenon and a treasure for our community. Marna, congratulations on this well-deserved award. Thank you again to all of our winners, to Nancy, Angela, Ted, Gail, and Marna, for your exemplary service to Princeton. Through your loyalty, compassion, and commitment to excellence, you embody the values we honor with the President's Achievement Awards. Everyone, please join me once again in recognizing this year's award recipients with another round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you, President Eisgruber, and congratulations to all of the award recipients. I hope you all had a good time today. With many new and exciting initiatives being planned at Princeton over the coming years, I'm confident that we will all continue to perform our jobs well and to contribute to this incredible university. What you do every day is vitally important and impacts this great institution in countless ways, enabling us to excel and achieve our mission. I want to thank Jackie Wallet from the Office of Human Resources for planning and coordinating this event, the Service Recognition Committee, the President's Achievement Award Committee, the Griffin Management Award Committee, and everyone who helped make today's program possible. After the luncheon, shuttle buses, which are necessary in the rain, will be waiting at the circle to take you back. And now, to conclude today's program, Kenny Grayson, who is the supervisor of the electric shop and also a past participant of the President's Achievement Award, will sing a musical selection and then follow our annual tradition to lead us in the singing of Old Nassau. Eric Plutz, who is the university organist, will accompany Kenny. Enjoy, and thank you all for coming.
I'm crossing you in style someday. Oh, dream maker, you old heartbreaker, wherever you're going, I'm going your way. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same rainbows and waiting around the bend. My huckleberry friend, Moon River and me. We're after the same rainbows and waiting around the bend. My huckleberry friend, Moon River and me. Thank you. Please stand if you're able and join me in singing "O Nassau." Tune in.